The time had finally come to head off on our trip around New Zealand. For the past 9 months, Arcadian had been moored in the Waitemata harbour just past Herald Island. On the day we planned to leave, the weather had packed in, and I was all for waiting it out, but Charlotte was rearing to go, and so we were off. The outboard for the dinghy had been left on Arcadian, so we were relying on my athletic prowess to get to the boat. Unfortunately, both the wind and the tide were quite strong and in the wrong direction, so instead of getting to the boat, we ended up on a private jetty. I due to send Charlotte off and attempted to ride on my own. After a while and no progress, I decided to call it quits and wait for the tide to change. Eventually, I made it back to the boat alone and started heading to the Bayswater Marina with Charlotte meeting me there. We were at Bayswater for 2 nights, which allowed us to get the boat ready. Filling the water and diesel tanks, sorting some of the electronics and getting into boat life. Now, the alternator had packed in and the battery ran flat, so
this is starting the motor because the battery's flat. Real good exercise. Real good. Sound a bit tired there. Don't put your back out. That'll help. Go fast, I reckon. Nice.
once prepared, we began the first leg of our journey to Tauranga. We would be hauling the boat out for maintenance. The first stop was Waiheke Island, where we anchored in Putaki Bay for the night. The next morning the weather was looking good. The lack of power allowed me to keep up with arms day by pumping the fluid. We then set sail for Coromandel. It's 25 miles from Waiheke to Coromandel and we averaged 3.8 knots. The leg took 6.5 hours and we arrived at McGregor's Bay just before sunset to pull up a mooring. Spent the next day in Coromandel catching up with Charlotte's cousin who also had a boat moored there after sailing from Australia. Jimmy, our dinghy, needed some attention. His wee spark plug had become all fouled up, so we popped it out and gave it a sand. Charlotte started laying the foundations for her mooring career. And we snuck in again with 500 before it got too dark. First thing the next day, we were making our way to Mercury Island. It was our longest leg yet, needing to cover 48 miles rounding the Colby Channel. We were battered by our headwind on approach to Mercury Island, which slowed our average speed to 3.6 knots, making the trip take just under 14 hours. We tucked into Home Bay, which sheltered us from strong winds. The next stop was Tauranga, which is 26 miles away. We reefed the mainsail expecting some strong winds and later in the day were joined by some dolphins. Once in Tauranga, we grabbed a mooring and Charlotte was dead keen to get to land. The tide had been high with the dinghy all the way to her family's back. The motor-free zone gave me a chance to hone my rowing technique. We made it all the way back to the batch and I was set for a cup of tea and a lie down, but we'd forgotten our sleeping bags, so I was in for another trip. We got some washing done and spent the next day in Tauranga. Arcadian had to be moved to the marina after we rang Harbour Master Steve and found we weren't supposed to be on any of the moorings. It was an early rise the next day to catch the high tide needed to make it out of the channel, but the weather was shaping up. We were on the home stretch to Tauranga, which was 45 miles away. The sea was flat and the sun was out, and we were pushing 4 knots to get there in 11 hours. It was a good feeling rounding them out. It had been a little stressful getting the boat to Tauranga, but once safely in the marina we could relax a little before diving into some well overdue maintenance. Stay tuned to the next video where we pull Arcadian out of the water and get her ready for a trip around the country.